Hello and welcome to Season of War. Alex and I are back today with another Age of Sigmar battle report, taking a little bit of a break from all the elves for some good old-fashioned death-on-death action today, so it's going to be an exciting one to have on the table.
Yeah, this was the runaway favorite on the vote.
Yes, so premium members, again, choosing our matchups.
And quite fortuitously, it ended up timing up with the leak of the new Be'lakor Broken Realms book, so I'm running a Nighthaunt subfaction for the first time ever.
Very first time. Yeah, if you watch any other Nighthaunt video, you probably hear Alex being like, I wish we had subfactions.
Yeah.
Now you do.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not the best subfactions.
No. But at least it is a subfaction.
It's you got what you asked for.
Yeah.
Should have been more specific. Yeah. But just a couple of quick announcements. As you know, we're playing on printable scenery terrain. Our partners in trying to bring in terrain. This is one of our older boards at this point. We have a few new ones and actually are just working on finishing up the Elven one. So we'll be hitting the channel with that in the next couple battle reports, hopefully. Big thank you to all our premium members who, again, contribute not only in supporting us through the membership, but vote on all our polls, whether it's new army votes, which we recently did, or
just matchup votes.
Yeah, missions and matchups and all that kind of thing. Always when we're trying out different things or looking to change things up, usually going to our premium members to ask them questions and get feedback first. So if you are interested and want to help support the channel, hit the join button below the video and you'll learn a little bit more there. But Alex, again, death on death. You're happy with this game, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But you want to start off by taking us through the mission and realm?
So today we're playing Blade's Edge on the realm of Ghur. So Blade's Edge, obviously 6 objectives. You can burn one, you don't have to. You can burn one if you are the second person to go from turn 2 on. So it sort of punishes you from taking the double turn, essentially. Potentially, yeah. Ghur is 2 to run and charge as the spell. Command ability to make the single monster on the table fighted is top bracket, and then all terrain is treated as deadly. Yep. So that's it. You want to take us through your list?
Yeah, so I'm running Flesh-Eater Courts today, subfaction of Blisterskins. I'm running the Royal Mordants Battalion, just one today. Yeah. So that's the 40 duels, the Vargulf 6 Flayers, and 3 Horrors. And then I have another 10 duels to finish out my battle line. The Abhorrent Archregent, because you never leave home without him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then the Dual King on Royal Terrorgeist, who is the general, and again, just wants to chomp some ghosts up today.
And then just the Chalice.
Yes, so
always nasty with 40 duels.
Exactly. Trying to get good use out of that. You don't love 40 duels. I've seen them work well in the past, so hopefully
they'll work well against my army because I only have the 1 unbind with no pluses.
That's fair. That's fair. So
against a Techless or Lord of Change, it's just like
So if I can get my spells off, which again I have to roll, decently. Yeah. But it's great spells out effect. So here again, not being too punished. Hopefully, be able to get casting off for free.
Mm-hmm. All right. So today, like we said earlier, I'm running a Nighthaunt subfaction for the first time, and I chose the Emerald Host. So that allows the Hex race to tank wounds for the general, who is the Knight of Shrouds and off the table currently, hiding out in the underworlds. Yep. It also allows me to make one of your heroes -1 to save at the beginning of the game. Yep. And I'm going to choose the Vargulf for reasons that will tie into our auxiliaries later on.
Sounds good.
So the Vargulf is -1 to save for the rest of the game. Yep. Then the Knight of Shrouds has to take a artifact for +1 to attack, and his command trait is to give him the ability to use his War Scroll command ability once per battle for free.
In addition...
Yeah, in addition, he's in the Forgotten Scions Battalion, which allows him to use his command ability once per turn for free. It also gives him an ability to use 1 extra attack. So he's +2 attacks using his command ability for free 6 times in this game, hopefully, if he stays alive that long.
So between doubling down on the Hex rays, obviously, in this build a little bit.
Yeah. So then
+1 attack on any of them, or It's huge.
Yeah, they get +1 attack on the charge. I put them in the Death Riders battalion with the Black Coach and my sort of ghetto Dreadblade Harrow, because these two actual Dreadblade Harrows are in the battalion with the Knight of Shrouds. So they get +1 attack on the charge from the subfaction. They also get Nighthaunt free attack in the charge phase on a 9 instead of a 10, and then +1 to charge from the battalion as well. So there's a lot going on. So
Stacking rules.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep up with it all in my first game here, but I'm excited for actual subfaction rules.
Yeah, really excited to see them. Also really excited to get all these hex raids on the table.
Yeah.
This is one of the first games I think we've had on the channel with all these.
Yeah, I've played with 10 before, I think, but I've got 30 today. I got a 20 block and a 10 block. I got another artifact on Dreadblade Harrow to make him a wizard. This Dreadblade Harrow got the artifact for the +3 move, so everything right there on the board can move an extra 3 inches turn 1.
Pretty speedy.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for my army. I've got 40 Chain Wraths hiding out with the Knight of Shrouds off the board. I've got 80 wounds off the board right now, actually. Yeah, like a good chunk of my army.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, obviously, with the big units. Hard to chew through with ignoring Rend. So, and the Black Coach potentially bringing back D3 models. So it's going to be, got to try and double down and take out your units again before they have a chance to regenerate.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, with that, you did outdraw me here with your 2 battalions. You were only 3 drops to my 4 drops with my 1 battalion. So you do have choice of how the game's going to start.
And with the way that the scoring works and burning objectives and whatnot, scoring off the bat is pretty important.
Strong, yeah.
And I have deep striking, so
you can just line them up.
I'm going to take first and score all 6 objectives
Sounds
here.
good. But it does open you up to the potential double turn, which could hurt, especially, that might give me a chance to clear out a unit. But so many wounds, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do here, and we'll jump right into round 1 with Nighthaunt going first.
All right, end of Nighthaunt turn 1 was pretty quick. No fighting. I cast 1 spell. I got Mystic Shield off, only because Jordan was out of unbind range, probably because I only rolled a 6. But that's all it took in this case. The Black Coach and my Dreadblade Harrow just shuffled back. They're hiding behind the mystically shielded Hex Wraiths. This Dreadblade Harrow just teleported over into the building so he could be in unbind range.
Yep.
Kind of try and keep that chalice off the board.
Right, you have the 1 unbind. Yep.
Yes. This Dreadblade Harrow teleported over in the corner, so if Jordan wants to waste his double move going after him, he can do so. And then at the end of movement, of course, this big line, Congo line of Chain Wraths happened, and they took all 6 objectives.
Yes, sir. Yes, they did. So let's see if I can kill them.
Yeah.
So 6 points for you. Obviously a big lead off the top. But with that, Nighthaunt turn over, and we'll be jumping into Flesh-Eater Courts turn 1. All right, Flesh-Eater Courts turn 1. Pretty successful here in terms of points-wise. While you scored 6, I was able to throw all my units in and just barely toe into 5 of the objectives. So leaving duels here to take this one. I threw fly on these duels to jump over your lines. And then at the end of it, leaving my horrors last, by the time they went to activate, you had 5 chain rasps left over there, so they just piled onto the objective.
Yeah, some poor pulling on my part.
Well,
I left one ghoul, or one chain rasp in the middle of your ghouls, and the ghouls managed to kill 15 because of that.
It was. I think it was a great decision off the start. So
Yeah.
Alex pulled the center of his unit first. One of them would have died to battle shock, but you were expecting them to die anyways in terms of casualties. So I think that was a really smart play. You left one in the center to make them pile in, but when I didn't activate them the second time,
I should have pulled it.
you should have pulled them because I still got 17 attacks with the ghouls,
Well,
or
17
ghouls, which was with the +3 attacks was 85 attacks.
Yeah.
So obviously a huge deal. I think they killed like 13 train rasps. 15. I got a little lucky there, and then just summoned 3 flares and a Vargulf in my backfield. But again, scoring 5 points here was big for keeping this game close. We'll just be jumping into priority.
Yep.
And I roll a 5.
And a 1.
Ooh. With the state of the game, it wouldn't be the end of the world if you won priority and took it here. But I think I have the chance to hit and tie up and get rid of potentially that unit of Hex Rays. Could be really devastating over the game. And being that I scored 5 on this turn, losing 1 isn't the end of the world to me. So I feel close enough that taking the double isn't going to be too punishing late game. So I'll take the turn. Alex, do you want to burn an objective?
Center 1.
Center 1. Okay, so this center 1 is burned. We'll remove that in a moment, and we'll jump into top of round 2 with Flesh-Eater Courts going first. All right, so Flesh-Eaters, turn 2. Obviously here taking the turn, had the chance to, again, cripple some of your stuff and really had a pretty devastating turn. I did get +2 charge off from the realm, which is big here on Ghur. It let me then use the Blisterskin ability to teleport out of combat, so he was tied up with your hero in the building. So we teleported out, got an 8 on his reroll to charge, got into combat, and between that and the flayers, took out the Black Coach, and then through, again, some more dual attacks, the flayers and the Vargulf took out half the unit of Hex Wraiths. So I take all 5 objectives here. So I'm up 10-6 right now, halfway through the round. So obviously a good position for me here. I'm spread out, zoning you out from a lot, but the stuff that I have on the objectives isn't very strong. And obviously you have the potential at the double back. So in a hard spot here for the Nighthaunt with their sub-faction debut.
Yeah.
But with that, we'll see what you're going to be able to do here, Alex, at the bottom of round 2. And really, this is going to tell us if you're able to make a game of it still, or if it's too far gone. But we'll jump into Nighthaunt turn 2 and see what happens.
All right, so in typical Nighthaunt fashion, I deep struck and failed all my charges.
Yeah,
Spent 4 command points re-rolling them and managed to make one of my 8 attempts at charges.
Yeah, and that's with a +1.
That's
right?
with +1.
Yeah.
Absolute bonkers. Yeah, so the Hex Wraiths went in and managed to kill the 3 horrors. These guys retreated over there just to take that objective. The Chain Wraths tried to go in and kill some ghouls, but they just got slaughtered.
Yeah, if they had had the support of one of the heroes making the charge, you probably would have been able to take that objective.
Yeah, because those heroes on the charge are 2 damage apiece. They would have just gone through the ghouls. So yeah, we're sitting here at roll-off. I'll score 3 points this turn.
So it's 10-9, so a close game right now. And obviously I have a lot of power still, but this is a huge unit as well, and you're sitting pretty much on at least 3 of the 5 objectives.
Yeah.
So I do have to fight you off with those, but let's jump into priority roll, as you say. That's a 4.
6.
Your choice.
I think I gotta take it here. You're gonna get to burn one of the 3 I'm holding, but it's my best chance at taking more and containing you.
I think I burn this one back there is the one I'm going to go for here.
All right.
So yeah, close game again, 10-9 in favor of Flesh-Eater Courts, but we are jumping into round 3 here with Nighthaunt going first.
Alrighty. So Nighthaunt, what is this? Round 3?
Round 3, top of the turn.
Top of the turn. So it was a pretty good round. Could have been slightly better, but I'll take what I can at this point. The Knight of Shrouds made his charge with the regular Nighthaunt 10-inch charge. Rolled a 10, and he got into the Vargulf in the combat or in the charge phase, and then again in the combat phase, and killed him off.
Yeah, that's big.
The Hex Wraiths rolled an 8 on their charge, and I was contemplating re-rolling it to go for the 9 for the Nighthaunt charge because they get the battalion bonus, so they only need a 9.
Yeah.
But if I had rolled a 3, I just wouldn't get enough in at that point to...
It wasn't worth the risk.
Yeah, so I took the 8 plus the 1 from the battalion bonus. I got, 16 out of the remaining 17 hex race at that point in, and did 30 wounds to the ghouls.
Killed 30 ghouls in total.
Yeah, so there was 5 left, and then the chalice brought a bunch back, as it does. So there's
Which is big, because that actually keeps me the objective too.
Yeah, 14 ghouls there.
16.
16.
Oh no, 14. You're right, 14. Yep.
So that Dreadblade teleported over there just to hold that, force Jordan to send something there to take it off me if he wants.
Yeah.
The hex race over there managed to soundly defeat the remaining ghouls.
But great scoring turn. You take 3 out of the 4 objectives, so putting you up to 12 points, so it's 12-10. But I currently hold 1 objective, so I'll obviously need to fight for the other ones.
Yes. I mean, this one's not defended, so you
But the real thing is I have to decide where I put my units, right? Because if I can't retreat the ghouls without losing that objective, so I'm just low on bodies now comparatively, and low on units. So you've leveled the playing field to some degree, so I'm going to obviously have to try and fight back and get these objectives back. So we will be going to bottom of round 3, Flesh-Eater Courts turn coming up. All right, so Flesh Eaters turn 3, bottom of the round. Trying to, again, come back from the kind of devastating blows you've swung at me. Really, I need to deal with those hex rates. I can't let them just run around. There are a lot of bodies. And
they were a lot of bodies.
Were a lot of bodies, so I had to deal with them.
Yeah.
So I threw in my Ghoul King, the 3 flayers over there, left my ghouls in as well. The ghouls did die, being that you got to attack back with the hex wraiths after my Ghoul King went. And then they fled to Battle Shock before the Chalice went off, which was unfortunate. But they let me heal my 2 injured flayers up to full, 1 from each unit. And then I just teleported my...
Sneaky.
Yeah, with the subfaction ability to teleport, because he flies already, so just teleported him back there to get 1 body on the objective. So
on the other hand, it did prevent you from having a CP to keep the ghouls around.
Yes, and I actually lose the objective because of that. So I get 1 there, I lose this one, and I needed to kill one more model to take this one, so I don't store this one. And obviously I didn't do enough to the horses there. So I'm only storing 1 point this round, putting me at 11 to your 12, so you're 1 point ahead at this time. At the end of the round 3, going into roll-off, obviously this is going to be a big one. That's a 2.
That's a 5.
So you're going to have the choice here.
Whew. I know you'll get to burn one, but I feel like I hold all of them anyways, so I will take it to consolidate.
So I'll burn this one, and we'll jump into Nighthaunt turn, going into round 4.
Alrighty. Alright, so another short Nighthaunt turn. I just retreated the Hex Wraiths outside of 3 here. I retreated the Hex Wraiths outside of 3 there. I teleported my one hero over here, ran the other one. So I retained the one objective just because we're tied, so I retain it. I take this one because I now have 2 to your 1. I hold this one.
You just have more bodies.
I have more bodies. I sent the 2 heroes there into the Archregent, hoping to kill him, but you tanked the saves. We rolled 3 6s on 4 2 damage attacks. So
yeah, still alive, still able to cast some spells. So
yeah, that was my idea. I could have sent them into the flayers, maybe killed with flare, but taking D3 attacks away is potentially more impactful.
Yeah, would have been big, but got a little lucky there. So I still have him, which is obviously I'm happy about. And you store 3 points here, which is really the big story.
Yes.
Putting you ahead 4. But we'll just jump into it. Go into Flesh-Eater Courts, turn 4. so Flesh-Eaters turn 4, again, needing to take all these objectives, and I just do by the skin of my teeth. I think I got a little lucky at times. But really the big thing on this turn was I had to be really smart about where I double activated. Now I got my 4-up command point from my general, which I've actually gotten every turn, so super lucky there. But attacking first with the dual chain, I actually elected not to double pile in so that I could use it over here to make sure I took those objectives. And I think just like my order of activations and choosing where to do my double activations, I think I put myself in the best position, but it did go my way. So I think I did the best I could, and maybe got a little luck in terms of clearing enough guys where we were tied on bodies over here before the flayers attacked, so I felt like I could reliably rely on the flayers to put me over the edge there. These flayers, got a wound or two on the hero and cleaned up the other units on their double activation, which was just 2 hex wraiths, or 1.5 into chain rasp, and then the Vardolf double activating just barely on his second activation, like just barely finished off that other hero. So I have 3 bodies over here. I also had to put 1 body from the flayers onto this objective because you still have 1 guy there, so I had to get 2. So I got 3 here with the retreat, 2 over there, and just outnumber you 3-1 here on this one. Putting me at 3 points, still down by 1 at this point. Wow, this is wild. Tough game, close game. Let's jump into priority first. If I win priority, I score 2, and then you have I think no matter what, you have to take 1, and I have to score 2.
2.
A 5 here, so I do have choice. So I'll take the turn here. Which objective would you want to burn?
I guess this one in the back corner.
Okay, so we'll take that one off in a moment, but jump into bottom of round 5 with Flesh-Eaters going first. All right, so Flesh-Eaters turn 5. Again, as I kind of was planning, able to, just with the dual chain alone, charged in, activated in, killed your hero on the first activation, and then spent the command point just to make sure I kill your Hex Wraith. Because at this point, I have 3 units over there and 4 bodies, 2 units here and 4 bodies. Nothing you can do to take points. Meaning that I score 2 points here to take a 1-point lead at the very end of the game.
Yeah.
Very close one.
Yeah, for my first game with subfactions, it was still Nighthaunt.
Yeah.
They have more play, but still not enough play.
The army and the War Scrolls are still several years behind where the game is at right now. And this is even Flesh-Eaters who themselves are even a little behind, right?
Mm-hmm. Nighthaunt is such a gambler's army. If you make your 4-up saves and you make your Nighthaunt charges, you have a chance. But the only Nighthaunt charges I made were on single heroes, never on my big units. Because if I wipe the ghouls out that turn, it's a completely different game.
3-point swing at least there.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, and that's the difference, right? It's only a 1-point game here.
Yeah, close but no cigar for Nighthaunt yet again.
Very close, very close.
But it is nice to have subfaction, at least option available. And as I get more used to the list, I think I only finished painting like 10 of these Hex Wraiths last night. So
and you also literally, like with the rules coming out this morning, you literally changed your list last minute. So obviously, with practice and having time to kind of think through things, things should be a little different. Death Faction won today, Alex, so you can't be too disappointed. But obviously, big win here for Flesh-Eaters. Lots of learning, both for myself and as well as playing the new Nighthaunt rules, and it'll be fun to dig into those, I'm sure.
Yeah. We gotta get Nighthaunt back on here soon because I want to actually use my black coach.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this battle report. And an especially big thank you to all our premium members who make all the content we create possible. So if you do want to support the channel, help us continue to grow and make more content and improve the channel, check out our premium membership again down below this video. Hit the join button and you'll learn a little more. But that's it for today. Alex, we'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one.
Take care.